Good morning, Coach Slack on his morning prayer walk on this brisk Southwest PA morning, mid-30s, sunny, beautiful morning. Anyhow, the other day when I did the video on the pull-ups, I was talking about pull-ups, palms out, chin-ups, palms facing in, and neutral grip pull-ups, palms facing each other. And I was describing some pain that I'd been dealing with the last couple of years, and a really good friend of mine, local school teacher, genuine guy, always full of good knowledge, had suggested that I try to rest or stay away from the movements that aggravate it the most. And he said, so in the case of pull-ups, the neutral grip, I guess it less involves whatever's through here, which is where the pain mainly is. And so I found a great V in a tree, and it's overlooking our fields here. And so I'm gonna try to bust out 3 sets of 12 this morning of neutral grip pull-ups, and we'll go from there. All right, enjoy the scenery. So this felt really good. This is it's a bright morning. I'm gonna try to go back, have breakfast with my wife. Then I do my reading with my Bible over some coffee, bust out some laundry. But anyway, before the season, Mr. Kenny Smith and I, my coach, the one who really instigated me to get into coaching, and was the head coach in my first couple years, 2-3 years, were at the high school level under when he was the head coach, Mr. Kenny Smith, and he was my junior high coach. Basically, the whole reason why, like I said, that I got into wrestling, well, we were cutting those pipes at left elbow. But speaking of motivation, this reminds me, actually, I was saying Mr. Smith motivated me to become a junior high wrestling coach all these years. Anyhow, it reminds me of a lesson I got once. And the elder said, Mikhail, he said, there are only 3 motivations in the entire world? And I said, no, Father, I didn't realize that. And he said, yes. He said, let's examine it. He said, the 3 motivations are fear, reward, and love. And he said, think about it. He said, you have children? I said, yes, I do. He said, okay, when your child's young, he said, and say their room's messy and you want them to clean their room, you may tell them, if you don't clean your room, I'll spank you on your diaper. And so they get motivated by fear because they learn discipline that way, because they're too immature really to explain things to at that point. He says, but when they get older and they start maturing physically and mentally, and say their room's messy and you want them to clean it up, and they don't have time for it, they're busy, they have other things they want to do, but you might bribe them. So you say, I'll get you that app or that phone or those shoes or something that you want, and so it's a reward, and so they clean their room. And then as they mature more mentally, physically, and spiritually, and you mature, you will hope that they get to a point where you come home from work, the house is a little untidy, and they get motivated by love out of all the things that you've done for them and all the experiences you've had together, and then they become motivated by love to help out around. And of course, they all 3 have their place, the motivations, fear, reward, and love, but the greatest is love. And so that was an important lesson. I was thinking about that when I was thinking of Mr. Smith motivating me to be the junior high wrestling coach all these years. That lesson is an important lesson, I think. And think about it, apply that, the fear, reward, love, to anything. I've used it a lot. So second set. Great. Okay, so about a minute till high school wrestling match is over. 6 minutes. So, try to be motivated by love in everything, in all you do. And that's kind of how we always talk about setting goals and how do we prioritize those goals. I would say a great way to start prioritizing those goals is to really search your inner being and see what you truly love. Like, what do you daydream about? Hopefully it's good things. What do you pray about? What do you truly innermost dedications? What do you love the most, basically? And that goes to the top of the priority list, and go down from there. For me, it's my faith, my family, and then it gets into the wrestling and the people I meet through there. So last set, enjoy it. All right, so all my students get a V in the tree. All right, 15 seconds overtime. I just got to take down. Stay strong, stay stable, stay safe. Love you.